Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. There's another paid request, this time for Ben. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, randomness, out of the blueness, anything in between, feel free to send me either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for the film River's Edge from 1986, which is a film I've seen in a long, long time. You got Keanu Reeves, you got Crispin Glover, Dennis Hopper, Joshua John Miller, who plays Keanu Reeves' brother, kid brother. Joshua John Miller, he was the kid vampire in Near Dark. And he was also, I think, one of the writers of the film The Final Girls, which was interesting. Leo Rossi's in the film, and he was in Halloween 2, the original, and Maniac Cop 2. There's a couple other recognizable people in there. And it's kind of a take on, how do I put it, the indifference that the young generation can have over a very serious situation, to the point that you should be feeling something a lot more dire or a lot more emotional, but yet you just feel either numb or indifference, or you try to empty it out of your head to move on quickly. Because the gist of it is, someone in the group has killed a lady, which is one of their friends. The guy who killed her, his name is Daniel Roebuck, which I recognize him. He was in a couple of the Fugitive and U.S. Marshals. He was part of Tommy Lee Jones's team. There's a certain, I think, I try to remember his character in that movie. I apologize. But anyway, he has killed someone. The body's there. Some of the friends are told. They don't really believe in it. They get there, and they're like, oh, shit. And most don't say anything. Crispin Glover at first said, oh, wow, this is kind of exciting. I feel like Chuck Norris, you know? And then he's adamant about wanting to help his buddy, Daniel Roebuck, so he doesn't get arrested. Listen, she's dead, but he's alive. And that's, we gotta worry about that now. And Crispin Glover, I mean, this is after Back to the Future, and he gives another, crazed, quirky, very energetic performance. Keanu Reeves is pretty much our lead. He's not a total innocent, but he is our protagonist. His family life is not the best. He has an asshole stepdad played by Leo Rossi. His mom seems like she's always overworked and on nerves. Baby sister seems like she's the nice one. And his kid brother will do asshole things like wreck the baby sister's doll and kill her, and obviously making Tiana pissed about it, stand up for their sister. Like, what the fuck you doing, man? What the fuck's your problem? And there's a lot of moments that I think this film works because there's a lot of moments that feel real, or it's basically that much more depressing. In the era where, yeah, I prefer films that are more fun, like Breakfast Club, Weird Science, which have the real moments, but most people would say this feels like more of a real, this is how it would really go with the kids. Not only the kids at the time, but I would say the kids of today as well. And the actors do a really good job. Keanu Reeves, early role, this definitely helped in his career. I mean, this showed that he could be taken seriously as an actor. As a guy who's in this age of indifference, and people go, how do you feel? I don't know. Well, come on, how do you feel? I don't know. That's what a lot of these kids felt like. Because you look at the time of the kids, like, what did they really have to believe in? They had parents who were too fucking busy doing their jobs, too busy doing their shit, not paying attention to the kids. kids are kind of wandering around because they don't know what their life is supposed to be about. Dennis Hopper plays this guy who is an older gentleman that the kids know that maybe there's something about him, something not. Crispin Glover takes Daniel Roebuck to hide with Dennis Hopper. You find out Dennis Hopper, he's killed someone in the past, but he's still a very different character compared to Daniel Roebuck's character, because Dennis Hopper actually feels bad about it. Daniel, on the other hand, seemed like he enjoyed it. And Dennis is wondering, who is this guy? What is this guy's major malfunction? Who is this guy really, truly? What's his deal? And it's these kids dealing with, they know about this. They haven't said anything yet until one of them, Keanu, finally said, I gotta say something about it. To go into this film, I don't want to give every single bit away for those who haven't seen it. I would say it's a good ensemble cast that at times has a feeling of a horror movie. And not everything is tied up by the end. Which part of me doesn't like that. Part of me gets why it did, though. Just not doing it makes it more real. But at the same time, it is still a movie. So there's a part of me that's like, I wish at least this and this was mentioned at the end. Because the ending seems a little bit rushed. At least to me. But it was interesting to see how each of the characters are dealing with this and how they react to it. As a lot of them like searching to feel something. I guess for some reason, like, as I watch this will sound random, but bear with me. About a week or two ago, I was looking on YouTube, and there's people that go on this program named Omegle. Omegle, you go on it and you flip through, you talk to a general random group of people. And if they skip you, you talk to another random person. OMGLE, Omegle. And then there's also people that do gags, that do, pranks. And so one guy has a prank where he filmed like a fake thing where it's a fire, like his room's on fire. And you watch that, and it's meant for the trick people, but you look at the other people who don't know this is a prank, and you see their reaction to it. Like, this is something serious. This person's place is on fire, and they could be hurt, or their place could be wrecked, or their place could be burning down. And people are either laughing about it, they're joking about it, they get their phones out and record it. It's a reflection of society, of the younger generation. And I think what this says has gotten worse. There's still people like you, me, and others that do care. There's a lot of people younger that if they see something horrible, instead of going and feeling something, feeling bad, feeling this, feeling passionate about something, they just, nowadays, if this film was done today, it'd be this. They'd be recording it on the phone. Record on the phone. They'd be doing this. And that reflection of society back then, you could say is tenfold now. So I guess what I'm saying is I liked the film because I got what it was going for. And it was cool to see these actors like Keanu Reeves and Crispin Glover young in their career. and it was intriguing to see what would happen next. It's been a while since I've seen it, so as I watch it for the first time. And there are moments you go, oh shit, I didn't see that coming, or like spoilers, the end of spoilers. Like the mom just breaks it down and goes, you know what? I'm tired of this mom shit. You're all mistakes. I'm gonna leave you like your dad did. And the little girl's like, no, mommy, don't give up. And Tiana's like, hey, calm down. Listen. Okay. I forget the Joshua John Miller's character. He's fine, okay? I'm gonna get him. It'll be fine. Or Dennis Hopper having to kill Daniel Roebuck because he realizes if I don't, this guy's going to turn to a real monster and not going to stop. And later on he says, I don't like killing people, but sometimes it's necessary. Or even stuff with Joshua John Miller, there's a point where he fucks with the sister's doll again, the grave, making her cry, and Keanu pissed and smacks him. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? So the kid gets pissed, gets a gun, has a gun on him. He's like, let's help your brother, man. I guess that's kind of showing that at the beginning of the film, the very first scene, the kid is dropping a toy into the water, just like the one guy had a dead body near the water. And then the next scene, they're both riding in a car. Maybe if this kid doesn't have anybody, he could turn into this guy. But maybe Keanu Reeves helped him out, so he, the kid not killing Keanu Reeves, not killing his brother, show that he is different from Daniel Roebuck's character. But that's what I mean. When you get to the end, I wish there was a bit more. Yeah, maybe people thought it'd be too much tying up a bow too neatly. But at the end, either a little bit of aftermath with the characters, like the next week of school, are they friends, are they not friends, are they ostracized with each other? The family life, will anything get better with the stepfather, will it not get better with the stepfather, will the stepfather leave and Keanu Reeves' family? Will Keanu Reeves change as a person, not change as a person? I just left me wanting more at the end, a little bit more closure. I know that's the point, because in real life, how many times in real life do we get closure? I get that, but at the same time, it is a movie, so I just wanted a little bit more. Like the way it ended, where it's the kids at the funeral as the body's finally been found. Well, I don't even know if the cops, if they're going to go after Crispin Glover, does he help try to hide the body? Or will the cops find that out? Or I don't know. So it left me with questions. It left me wanting a bit more closure at the end. That's just my own personal feelings on that. But it's well acted. It's not a horror film, but it has this horror feel of just this reflection of society, of indifference, that sadly, I would say is more apparent in today's age. Where the adults are pretty much useless, at least in this film, and the kids are kind of left not knowing what to do and having to try to finagle and figure it out on their own 2 feet, so to speak. And, there's a lot of people that would be like what the kids do. In a way, it didn't feel unrealistic. Sally felt more realistic. That made it a bit more sad. But at least it's a well-made movie. It's a well-acted movie. River's Edge. I would say if you like dark dramas, if you like a less comedic version of Heathers, because there's no comedy in this. Like Heathers is pretty funny. I love my dead gay son. Like, imagine if Heathers had no comedy in it. In a way, it's kind of River's Edge. And it's definitely a contrast to like some of the John Hughes films and other teen films of the day. So it wasn't. It was a little bit outside the norm in that time period because it came out in 1986. So, but yeah, it's a pretty decent film. The cast especially helped quite a bit. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.